In this lesson, we will be taking a look at the long-term average of the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage in the United States. And what we're looking at here is a chart from the Federal Reserve, the St. Louis Fed. You can get this chart by going to stlouisfed.org. This is the 30-year mortgage chart, and this data is from April 2nd, 1971 until April 25th of 2019. I'm making this recording on April 30th, 2019, and there's about a week lag on the data, so the most recent data here is from April 25th, 2019. What I want to point out here is I want you guys to look in the lower right-hand corner of this chart, and I want you to understand that, folks, we have not been below 5% on the 30-year mortgage at any point in history until the crisis, the financial crisis that we had in 2008 and then the beginning of 2009. And with all the stimulus that the United States government and the central bankers around the world threw at the financial crisis, it drove interest rates to these low levels. And you can see here that we have been below 5%. Right, here's the 5% mark over here if you can see my cursor. We have been below the 5% rate on the 30-year mortgage ever since the financial crisis. And if you look down here, you can see that we are currently running at around 4.40% or slightly under, and that's the average 30-year mortgage rate. I just looked it up before I made this video, but currently, as of April 30th, according to the site that I looked at, the average 30-year mortgage is under 4.4%. Folks, what I want you to understand here is rates have virtually never been lower for somebody trying to finance a home purchase. This is a fantastic time, in my opinion, to be a homeowner in the United States. If you look back in the early 80s, look at where the rates were. They were over 18% on a 30-year mortgage. And we've never, if you look back through the history here, we started around 7.5% back in the early 70s. Again, this chart starts back in 1971, April of 71. And those rates rose until around 81, 82, and then started to fall. And then after the financial crisis here in 2008, 2009, with all the stimulus, that drove rates down, and 30-year mortgage has been under 5% pretty consistently for the last decade, roughly the last decade. And again, currently we're around 4.4% as of April 30th, 2019. Now, if you're looking at this video, watching this video at some point in the future, please make sure you double check where the current rates are. But just understand that these rates from a historical perspective are extremely low, and there's virtually never been a better time in history to finance a home purchase. You can see that, with the charts. So the data points to that. You need to make your own decisions as to whether home ownership and financing and going with a 30-year mortgage is the right thing for you. So if you are thinking about making a home purchase and financing a home purchase, just understand that interest rates have historically never been much lower than what they are right now. I mean, sure, back here a few years ago, they were slightly lower, but from a historical perspective, this is a fantastic time, based on the data, this is a fantastic time to finance a home purchase.